Hi everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Sir.
How are you doing? Doing good?
I'm doing great, sir.
Okay, doing great. Good. Cool. So let's open your camera. On camera. Come on, come on, come on. On cam, on cam. Let's take a picture. Let's take a group picture before the class start today. Daeng, Rahma, Cindy, Pudin, Uni, Mat, come on. Dan, come on Dan. Si Susan ini belum mandi nih. Come on, Laila. Oke. Mana ini? On cam. Just a wait. Kita foto dulu. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Okay, cool. Good job. Thank you. So, jeng. This is our 5th meeting. Yeah, but we are still in the Unit 2 application letter. As I told you in the previous days that today we are talking about essay, how to nail the scholarship essay, yeah, how to nail the essay for scholarship application. Jadi kita belajar tentang essay hari ini untuk aplikasi beasiswa. Your CV and then your application letter. Untuk CV-nya sebagian sudah saya cek. Last week we also discuss about what's your weakness in the essay. Yeah, it's about professionality. Di essay itu masalah profesional. Nah, jadi essay-nya harus profesional juga. Jangan fotonya foto yang sembarangan, and then hati-hati dengan kata-katanya. I still owe you for individual feedback ya. Saya masih utang individual feedback di CV-nya nanti. So, to start the class today, I think we've done this before. So, please chat in the write or type in the chat box from scale 1 to 10. Pick which number you are now to describe your condition. You can type 1 if you feel terrible. You can type 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. And 10, it's excellent. And what will make you move up the number? Look at the example nih, contohnya. I am 9. Saya pilih nomor 9. I am 9. I feel very good, very great because I had good sleep. Kan 9 tuh poinnya. And then move up the number, nambah satu lagi, nambah naik nomornya. To be 10, I need a cup of coffee and good food. So what about you? I'm wondering, saya pengen tahu kalian. Please type in the chat box. This is the example. Come on, please type in the chat box. How's your condition at the moment? I'm wondering, how's your condition? How's your feeling? Kalau mau buat 1 juga nggak apa-apa. I'm 1 because give the reason. To be 2, to be 3, to be 10, apa? Come on, dude. I'm waiting for your response in the chat box. Am I audible? Suara saya kedengeran kan? Halo? Yeah. Come on, I'm waiting for your response in the chat box. Rido, I'm 5 because I'm alone. Oh, really, Do? Where's your mother, Do? Aduh,
Hilang, Sir.
kemana?
It's gone.
Hah?
Hilang, Sir.
Apa, Do? Ah, tak jelas ya Rido ini.
Hilang, Sir.
Hilang. Hilang, Do.
Iya, Sir, hilang dia.
Tak jelas ya Rido ini. Okay, Takim, I'm 7 because I haven't had. Nih, coba cek Kim. I haven't had, ada had-nya nih, ya. Jangan lupa verb-nya, kata kerjanya. Have not had. Jadi I'm 7 because I have not had breakfast. To be 8, I need breakfast and a cup of coffee. Wah juga Takim ini minum kopi. I'm 7 because I'm in a good mood in this morning. Okay, goodness, you're always in a good mood. To be 10, I need to get rest. Oh, okay. Good. Chocolate is the best mood booster anyway. Okay. What about the others? We're still waiting. I'm 6 because I'm not really understand. Okay. Bahasa Inggris ya ini. What is this, Din? Pelajaran apa, Din? English?
Exact, sir.
Okay. Lah, si Pudin ini. 7 because I had good mood. To be 10, I need to take a. Okay. Bah, banyak yang belum breakfast. Sama kita, boy. Okay. What about you, Eng? Mana nih? Yang lain. Okay, let's just move on. Anyway, thank you for response. So, what we're gonna do today, yeah, the learning objectives is to analyze the prompt of the essay of the essay for scholarship application, and then it's expected that you are able to write the essay, and then to evaluate the essay and give feedback at the end of the day. I mean, after the class. So the agenda, we have the do now already, yeah, check. Ini kita tadi udah do now. I've told you the objective, and this is our agenda. We're talking about the essay, and then the questions and answer, and the exit ticket. Now, about the essay, please, again, please type in the chat box, atau saya mau pakai ini deh. I send you this link. Saya mau pakai ini nih. Saya kirim linknya. Okay. I send you the link. Let's check the link and try to answer the questions. What comes up in your mind about essay for scholarship? You can type one word only or 2 words, up to you. Coba, what do you have in your mind when you heard about the word essay? Application. Tinggal diklik itu. Bisa? Come on, come on. I'm waiting. So just try. Itu ada 3 kata kan? Di situ pilihannya. Misalnya difficult. Tuh. Coba. Sudah bisa kliknya? Ya. Itu ada 3 kata kan? Ada 3 yang kosong. Ya, tinggal diisi aja dengan kata-katanya. Boleh 3-3 yang diisi, boleh cuma 1, boleh 2. Belum ada yang ngisi tuh. Come on, I'm still waiting. Oke. Oke, good. Ada grammar, ada Pressmol, apa lagi? Ada something more important. Oke. Apa lagi? Ayo, come on. Apa lagi? Okay, what's that? Really hard? Yes. Difficult? Yeah, really difficult. Ada Pertamina. Apalagi Bud? Sudah? Itu aja? Well, you actually have a lot of ideas. Apalagi tuh? Ada excited, ada what is that? Grammar, important, personal date. Okay. Ticket for PTN. Really hard? Yeah. All right. Thank you for sharing your thought. Thank you for sharing your thought anyway. Nah, so I told you that essay is one of important thing, ya. Jadi essay itu salah satu hal yang penting dalam application, especially I mean we are talking about the scholarship essay untuk beasiswa nih. Jadi essay one of the important component in your application. Salah satu ya, not the only one, because they will consider about your academic achievement, your extracurricular achievement, the recommendation, terus ada essay dan ada aspek-aspek lainnya yang dipikirkannya. Maybe about the school, maybe about the region, I mean the daerah kalian, karena ada beberapa yang juga giving quota for particular region, kayak gitu. And then your status, your academic background would be one of the considerations. Jadi banyak yang banyak base considerationnya, but the essay is one of them. It would be the same actually with the application letter or the CV or the resume that we discussed in the previous meeting. That basically the essay, the application letter, or the resume and the CV are your representative. Jadi essay itu adalah representative kalian. You are not there talking with them, but they know you by reading your essay. Itu, ya. So should be very important. Look, so the scholarship essay is your chance to make the case for yourself and to show the committee why you deserve to win. So that's the moment to differentiate your friend. To differentiate yourself with other friends, other competitors. Jadi misalnya ada 10 orang, you have the essay, secara akademik you are good, semuanya bagus, misalnya grade A students misalnya, kemudian hanya ada 5, but then what would be one of the consideration adalah maybe they're gonna use your essay to know you more, gitu. From the essay they will learn secara what are you doing? What have you achieved? What is your philosophy? What is your value? They learn it from your essay, and then for the interview, they're gonna use it to confirm what you're writing in your essay is correct or it's real or not. Jadi mereka akan confirm juga apa yang sudah kalian tulis di essay itu melalui interview nanti. So make sure that whatever you write in the essay is real. Ya, jangan fake, do not fake every single thing. And then, it show your personality, it show your value, what's your most proud in life, gitu. And then that's something persuasive, ya. And create something different, gitu. you have your own story and every person has their own story. Tapi masalahnya gimana kita cara deliver the story in order to be, outstanding compared to other essays. Karena ada banyak the scholarship committees, they read hundreds or even thousands of essays. Makanya, tapi mereka akan lihat, shortlisted essay-essay yang emang benar-benar stand out, outstanding. Nah, I don't know, we're talking about again the scholarship essay ya, application. Biasanya di kampus-kampus di luar negeri, especially in the US, they use the essay untuk salah satu pertimbangannya. But for PTN di Indonesia, I don't think so. Tapi kalau beberapa kampus yang kayak misalnya Prasmul, kemudian ada Pertamina for the scholarship, atau nanti kalau misalnya kalian mau coba beasiswa S1 ke Korea atau ke Cina, ke Taiwan, atau juga ke Turki, at least you need the essay as one of your documents. Nah, so this is one of the Ivy League University of Pennsylvania. Ini universitas impian saya. So look at this one. The PEN application process include a personal essay. Yeah. So they say that they read your words carefully. Gitu. They want to know your value again. They want to know your opinion, your ideas, how you see the world, your thought. So your essay will describe who you are. Akan ngelihat gimana perspektif kalian tentang satu hal, about your creativity, about how you deal with the community, how you deal with the problems. Banyak hal. Okay? Nah, this is, I don't know if you can see this stuff. Let me maximize this one. So these are the examples. Yeah, these are the examples of prompt. Nah, ini adalah salah satu prompt. Jadi biasanya for scholarship essay there will be prompt. Jadi akan ada pertanyaannya, akan ada arahannya, gitu. So what you need to do is only go with the prompt, follow the prompt, ikuti promptnya. Dari tugas-tugas kemarin yang saya lihat from the CV and from the application letter, banyak yang salah, banyak yang gagal, poinnya jelek. Why? Because you didn't follow the prompt I gave you. Karena kalian nggak ngikutin prompt yang saya kasih. Kayak kemarin misalnya application letternya adalah kalian apply untuk internship position. Nah, tapi kalian malah apply-nya di perusahaan yang lain. Terus tiba-tiba itu statusnya udah tamat. Gitu. Sementara requirements-nya kalian seharusnya masih students kayak gitu. Jadi pay attention on the prompt given. Jadi hati-hati dengan prompt-nya, dibaca benar-benar prompt-nya. Take a look at this one. Considering the specific undergrad school you have selected, how will you explore your academic intellectual interest at the University of Pennsylvania? Nah, kalau gini, apa yang mau diceritain kira-kira? Prompt-nya apa nih? Untuk yang pertama, nak? Atau yang kedua nih, somebody can please, bisa nggak kasih kata kunci dari prompt-nya ini? Apa yang mau digambarkan? At Penn, learning and growth happens outside of the classroom too. How will you? No, look at this one. Di sini at Penn, ini beberapa ya. These are the prompt from different faculties. Jadi different programs or faculty. Jadi setiap program atau faculty in university, they have different requirements. They might have different, I would say, prompt for essay. Gitu. Learning and growth. Jadi dia di sini bicara tentang learning and growth, okay? And then it's about, outside of the classroom. Pertanyaannya adalah how will you explore the community at Penn? Jadi pertama, ya kalian harus bisa menjawab pertanyaan yang pertama ini. How will you explore the community at Penn as the students di Penn? Kemudian nanti selanjutnya dijelasin juga ini how this community will help shape your perspective and identity. Terus gimana bisa membangun identitas dan pandangan kalian. And then how your identity and perspective will help shape this community. Jadi ada exchange tuh di situ. Nah, so you need to answer these questions in your essay. Make sure every single thing, every single questions is answered in your essay. Pastiin semuanya ada tuh jawabannya di situ. Sekarang tinggal gimana cara menyusunnya, how to deliver the essay. Kemudian make sure, lihat juga nih karakter dan juga requirements-nya untuk essay-nya. Di sini dia bilang 150 to 200 words, berarti emang harus segitu. Nggak boleh lebih dari situ. Misalnya kalian buat, so what about if I only write 50 words or 10 or 100 words only? Mostly itu akan didiskualifikasi, immediately. It depends ya. Biasanya ada, kalau sekarang tuh aplikasi kita langsung ketik tuh di online, di online formnya. Jadi akan langsung ketahuan berapa jumlahnya. Biasanya ketika dia tidak cukup, and then when you submit with not enough words, itu nggak akan ke submit unless you type more than that, atau write in the exact number of the requirements. Ya. Ini hati-hati. And then look at yang kedua, ini untuk nursing misalnya. Discuss your interest in nursing. Nah, di sini dia fokusnya untuk talking about the nursing interest-nya nih. And then how might the PENS coordinated dual degree program in nursing and business help you meet your goals? Nah, gimana ini bisa belajar di situ bisa help you achieve your goal, help you achieve your dream kayak gitu. Oke? Okay? That's the example of the prompt. Jadi hati-hati dengan promptnya ya. Once more. This is another example. Let me show you. This one is another example of the successful application essay. Jadi ini adalah salah satu contoh aplikasi essay yang sukses, yang bagus. Nah, dia diterima di Stanford University. Stanford University itu salah satu kampus terbaik dunia ya, and that's one of the Ivy League University. If you know, Maudy Ayunda, she graduates from Stanford, yang kayak gitu tuh. So look, judulnya adalah Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Kita nggak tahu kan apa tuh Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Boleh salah satu orang yang membacakan, please? Paragrafnya, nak. Deng, bacain Deng. Siapa yang bacain? Please, please, please. Come on. Gak ada nih yang mau ngebacain. Bantuin. Read aloud. No one? Okay. Please. Kim. Kelihatan kan, Kim?
Kelihatan, Sir.
Ya, coba Bang.
Dari awal kan, Sir?
Dari awal. Yang dari Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. Itu dulu.
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead is an astounding, intellectually challenging, and humorous concoction. Stoppard cleverly captures the character of Hamlet, written by Shakespeare, but creates somewhat of a comic tragedy. Clearly an oxymoron, but profoundly effective. The play focuses on the story of Hamlet, but from the viewpoint of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, and it also takes the theories proposed in Hamlet and presents them in a comic, rather than sullen manner. One of the most humorous scenes is when Rosencrantz or Guildenstern signs the distinction is never truly made between the two. He's lying on a table and thinking to himself, what it is like to be dead in a box. This can prove to be hilarious. Despite its deep meaning. And parallels the infamous to be or not to be speech in Hamlet. Life, unanswerable questions are constantly being asked throughout the play. But by inserting these to be inquiries within a comedy, Topar is able to captivate and preserve his audience attention. In fact, the Homer provides the writing, which connects the message of the play to our own chaotic existence. This brilliant literally captures the essence of a tragedy within a comedy, something only few authors can accomplish. It is able to provide profound theoretical ideas that have long been questioned into a comic perspective and yet keep its integrity.
Okay, thank you, Kim. So from this one, what I'd like to show you is that, coba lihat, ini opening ini tentang apa nih? Dari baca tadi kan, tentang apa nih? Nah,
Komik, sir.
It's about, ini untuk sastra, dia apply di sastra nih, karena dia bicara tentang Shakespeare. Dia bicara tentang Shakespeare, dia bicara tentang Hamlet, itu kan buku-buku play, drama yang ditulis sama si Shakespeare. Jadi dia nih daftarnya di sastra nih, mau kuliah di jurusan sastra. Jadi di sini strateginya adalah for the application essay, dia nulis tentang how thought atau perspektif dia. Di sini menunjukkan bahwa he's good at analyzing, one literary work kayak gitu. Nah, but I'm not talking that way too much ya. Tapi lebih ke, coba lihat openingnya apa dibuatnya. What do you think about the opening? The first sentence, kalimat pertamanya di esainya, nak. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead is an astounding, intellectually challenging, and humorous convocation.
Pernyataan umum.
Iya, pernyataan umum. I mean, for me, I don't know for you, but that is something interesting. Gitu. Itu kan satu hal yang menarik tuh. Kayak yang maksudnya apa nih? Dia bilangin Rosencrantz and Guildenstern mati. Gitu. I mean, terus pakai bold juga, pakai capital juga. I mean, that's something yang disebut hook. Gitu. So in your writing, in your essay, you need a hook. Perlu ada hook. Biasanya hook itu ada muncul di awal. It's supposed to be in your very first, the first paragraph itu kalau bisa hooknya itu di situ. Karena ada sekian banyak essay yang dibaca, pasti orang baca yang pertama kan, paragraf pertamanya. If your first paragraph is very interesting, kayak ngehook itu langsung kayak hook itu pancingan ya ininya. Kalau disebut hook karena dia kayak dibaca tuh langsung kayak nyangkut, orang akan baca sampai habis. But when it's not, gitu, nggak muncul hooknya di situ, orang jadi malas bacanya. Nah makanya, therefore, sometimes if you read, if you use the essay from the alumni, kayak essaynya brother sisternya, kayak Exi atau teman-teman yang lain beraga atau whoever siapalah gitu. Kebanyakan mereka esainya pakai quote, quotation mostly in SMA CTF, in CTF in this school they start the essay with a quote. Tapi that's not the template ya. Itu bukan template-nya. Jadi nggak harus pakai quote juga and then you nail the application the essay. Tapi feel free gitu. Karena basically it's informal essay sebenarnya untuk application ini. Jadi nggak harus pakai quote semua. You can start your story di situ. Nanti tinggal cara storytellingnya aja yang dimunculin di paragraf pertama. Ini salah satu contohnya. Nah, this is the tips. Yang pertama, you have to know your audience. Jadi harus tahu dulu audiensnya siapa. Nah, di audience berarti kan ini yang baca. Yang baca siapa nih? Yang baca adalah let's say mungkin dosen-dosen atau middle age professional kayak ya yang sibuk-sibuk, the head of the division, the head of the the head of the division yang benar-benar sibuk, they do a lot of works. Jadi mereka sebenarnya nggak punya waktu banyak untuk baca application kalian, but they spend their time to read your essay application. Nah, therefore kalian harus buat hook-nya, hook your reader gitu. Jadi ketika mereka seperti yang saya bilang tadi, once they read your first paragraph or your first sentence, maybe mereka akan langsung tertarik nih untuk lanjut baca sampai habis, so they know you. Tapi ketika di awal it's boring, they will put it away. Gitu. Langsung ini udah tahu nih orangnya gimana, atau kayaknya sama aja, biasa aja sama kayak yang lain. They put your essay application away, kayak gitu, ya. And then follow the instruction. Answer the prompt. Tadi udah tahu cara promptnya. Make sure you answer every single prompt, ya. And then this one, choose a topic that you are interested in and passionate about. Ini biasanya sih sebenarnya lebih ke apa ya? Sebenarnya you can use every topic. There's no bad topic. Nggak ada topik yang jelek. Yang ada hanya bad essay. Kalau kalian mau topiknya tentang sepak bola misalnya, mau tentang olahraga, mau tentang your dance experience, you can try anything, you can pick anything. Tergantung cara kalian untuk menjelaskannya gimana. Biasanya juga if you prepare for an essay, that one essay could also be used to apply for other university. Jadi biasanya buat kayak gitu. Karena you pick the one that you are interested in and you are passionate about. Jadi emang benar yang kalian pilih sesuatu yang kalian tahu, kalian pahami tentang diri kalian, and you know it. Jadi akan lebih bagus esainya. So you can send it to other, Karena kan jurusannya juga sama, misalnya kayak gitu. And then create strong introduction ya, yang tadi introduction-nya and hook. Look at the example. Lihat nih, bedanya apa nih? Ini contoh ininya, hook-nya. My first time traveling abroad was during a family vacation to Mexico in 2010. Yang kedua, dia kalimatnya diganti. Jadi, it was 2010. I had just crossed the border into Mexico and my life was about to change. Mana yang lebih enak untuk dibaca? Mana yang buat orang lebih penasaran? Yang pertama atau yang kedua?
Kedua, Sir.
Yang kedua. See? Artinya sama kan sebenarnya, they have the same meaning, ya kan? Yang pertama dia bilang pertama kali jalan-jalan itu sama keluarga ke Meksiko. Nah, yang kedua dia buat more dramatic. Tahun 2020 aku ke Meksiko loh, gitu. Dan setelah itu dan sejak itu hidupku berubah. There's something more mysterious. Jadi that's something more appealing untuk dibaca. Jadi buat orang lebih curious. Loh, apa yang berubah dengan hidupnya? Kenapa? Gitu. So people will question to that. It will raise the question from the people about your statement in your first paragraph. Terus mereka akan punya curiosity untuk continue reading your essay to find the answer. Tapi kalau misalnya kalian writing, my first time traveling abroad was during a family vacation to Mexico, bla bla bla, kayak yang okay, that's a trick, ya. Hook your reader. And then the second trick is show your emotion. Lo ada tunjukin emosinya juga di situ. Nah, maksudnya gimana? Show your emotion, tunjukin. Gitu. It's a storytelling. Misalnya, lihat example-nya. I have always been interested in science. Saya selalu tertarik di science, even from my young age. Since my family supported my interest enthusiastically, I continued to pursue it throughout the school. As I've gotten older, though my scientific endeavors have become increasingly complex. Lihat version yang keduanya. Too young to enter the school science fairs, I took to my family. Force feeding different animal food to my siblings and parents, I grabbed their food types. While I was only 6, my family has never forgiven me. My experiments remain the family joke. Nevertheless, I have progressed from my dog food days living taste test for the NHL electrophoresis experiments. Yang mana yang lebih nunjukin the condition, the situation, the feeling, yang lebih appealing untuk emotion, yang lebih nunjukin how's the condition at the time.
Sir.
Yang kedua kan, versi kedua nih, dia lebih bisa bercerita tentang siapa aja sih yang terlibat di situ, who are the stakeholders, who are the people involved in the essay, and how is their feeling. Oh, mereka ada tertawa. Oh, kondisinya di situ dia ngerasa gimana gitu. Oh, ada kesalahan apa yang dibuatnya, and then he laughs at that gitu. Sementara di sini cuma cerita ya aku ini. Ini akan satu hal yang berbeda gitu. Padahal poinnya sama, sebenarnya sama nunjukin tentang ketertarikannya di bidang sains dari kecil. Tapi caranya yang berbeda. Kalau cara pertama dia cuma cerita doang, aku punya tertarikan ini. But in the version 2, dia cerita tentang ketertarikannya kenapa dan apa yang udah dibuatnya. And then how it affects the emotion of the family, sama dia juga dan lingkungan dia. Gitu. Ya, so you get the idea on how to write the essay from this example. The expectation is that way. Yeah, I think that's all for today. Jadi poin satu lagi bahwa do not write something about your GPA atau sesuatu yang sudah kalian tulis di CV kalian. The committee has known your profile. Komitinya udah tahu kok sebenarnya profil kalian siapa. Kalian GPA yang anak-anak pinter, misalnya nilainya bagus-bagus, achievementnya ini dan segala macam. But they want to know you more than that. Mereka pengen tahu hal yang lebih dari itu. Misalnya, how's your effort gitu untuk bisa capai sekolah ini misalnya. How is your life? Gimana kalian bisa achieve your grade dengan perjuangan kalian kayak gitu. Mereka pengen tahu kenapa kalian tertarik di bidang A misalnya. Your journey. Mereka lebih tertarik di hal-hal seperti itu compared to just writing every single thing yang sebenarnya udah ada di resume kalian. Okay? So the point is write what you want the people know about you. Yang belum ada di situ. Ya. And then setelah tadi kemudian editing, and then one essay for other application, satu bisa dipakai untuk semua. Make sure it's informal, storytelling, and show. Ya. That's all. Any questions? Di psikologi itu udah ada contoh ya. Saya kasih modulnya, buku malah saya kasih di situ. Beberapa contoh kumpulan contoh-contoh essay yang udah successful application essay yang sudah diterima di kampus-kampus besar di Amerika, Ivy League University. Ada yang mau bertanya? Nah, question siapa? Yanis, please.
Berapa minimal ininya, Sir? Kata atau karakternya, Sir, pada umumnya?
It depends. Tergantung. Bisa ada yang 500, ada yang sampai 1000. Ada yang 1500, it depends nih. Nggak bisa dari lain juga sih, it depends. Karena setiap kampus mereka punya requirement sendiri. Oke?
Oke, Sir.
Yang lain? Nanti saya akan post tugasnya ya, your assignment, ini dia. Your assignment, prepare for essay, ya. Kayaknya nanti saya akan pakai untuk yang punyanya si Prasetya Mulia deh kayaknya. Jadi biar bisa langsung sekalian persiapan untuk itu. Make sure write it in English ya, not in bahasa Indonesia. I want you to write it directly in English. Jadi nanti you have 1 week untuk create the essay. So next week untuk minggu depan kita buat kayak minggu lalu. So gallery walk, semuanya akan lihat, kemudian give comment on your friend's essay. Kira-kira apakah sudah menarik nggak, udah ada hook-nya nggak, atau informasinya gimana. Jadi lebih ke kontennya, bukan ke grammarnya nanti yang dicek untuk next week. Oke? Kemudian apa yang kurang ditambahin nanti di situ. So it's like giving input actually. So it's like giving feedback using the gallery work. Ya, so next week itu setelah selesai ini, next week kita akan buat gallery work kayak yang kemarin application sama CV. Kalian akan cek punya temennya, kemudian dikasih feedback apa yang kurang secara konten dan sebagainya. Ya, no questions? Itu ada siapa tuh? Oh, deadline essay-nya kapan, Sa? The deadline would be a week, so not literally a week sih, sebenarnya nggak 1 minggu juga. Saya ekspektasinya adalah hari Kamis. Tunggu, September. Ya, ini tanggal berapa? Ini tanggal 3. Berarti at least tanggal 8. Saya tunggu tanggal 8. Tanggal 8 itu disubmit terakhir. More than that, itu nggak akan saya masukin dan saya nilai. Jadi yang tanggal 8 aja yang saya nilai. Kemudian saya post di Padlet-nya, ya, di gallery work-nya. Yang akan saya posting di gallery work-nya adalah yang kumpul tepat waktu, maksud saya. Oke? Nggak ada lagi pertanyaan, Nak? Dipelajari ya. Jadi the more you learn, the more you read about the modul yang saya kirim, yang saya post di psikologi, itu di-download aja. Itu ada bukunya tuh, PDF, itu di-download, itu dipelajarin, lihat cara mereka menulisnya gimana. Gitu. Ada berbagai macam jurusan, mana tahu ada relevan dengan jurusan kalian. Ya. Dipelajarin caranya and then you can start writing. Okay, thank you so much for today. Yeah, we're not going to have the exit ticket. Waktunya udah berlebihan banget. Thank you for today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good luck.
Yes, sir.
Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dengar, anak-anak?
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.